table stage implementation to load the data into the Snowflake tables, right? So what is the purpose of table stage here? Table stage. So when we are using this particular table stage is not having like related to implementation. So here, when it is coming to the table stage, by default, it will be created, right? Along with that, just give me 1 second, guys. Just a second. Sorry, guys. So, sorry. Let's come to this one. So here, so before that, we have worked with the user stage. Then we have worked with the table stage. When we are working with table stage, there is a table level restriction. When we worked with user stage, that is a user level restriction. Now, today, we are going to see named stage. When it is coming to the named stage, here we are going to represent with at the rate stage name. This particular stage, it is not a default. We need to create a stage like user stage, table stages. By default, it will be created, right? But when it is coming to named stage, it won't create by default. We need to create a named stage. Along with that, named stage is not having any restrictions. Any user can be used, any table can be used. Clear? And this named stage we can use for internal as well as external. Internal means what you are doing now. Like any on-premises files. Now, whatever the files it is available in our system, we are processing, right? Those are internal stages. When it is coming to the external, right? If your file is available in AWS or Azure or GCP, any of the cloud platform. So if your file is available in any of this particular cloud platform, if you wanted to process it, when you are processing the files from here, that we will call it as a external. We used to call that as a external. Now we'll see how to work with a named stage and how to load the data to the specific tables. And along with this, right, named stage will have properties, file properties. But when it is coming to the user stage and table stages, we won't have any file properties. Here only named stage will have the file properties. Clear? Now let's see how to work with this. If you wanted to work with a name stage, so what we are going to do is we will see the same files, we will try to process it, but with the help of named stage. What we discussed, we need to create a named stage. We have to create named stage. When you are processing a files, we will first need to keep that in a stage, right? That particular stage we are creating. We need to create named stage. When you are creating, observe this, we are going to use create stage name. Stage name you can give any name here. It doesn't matter what is the name we are going to give here. You can give any name. Here what you are doing, create stage and then stage name. When we are giving a stage name, observe this, stage is created. Once this stage is created, this particular stage we will call it as a named stage. Now if you see list at the rate stage name, you can able to see the stage is available. And along with that, what we discussed, it will have file properties, right? If you describe stage and then stage name, you can able to see file properties. These are the different file properties which it is available when you are using copy command implementation. We are going to see that. So one by one, so most important things which we are going to use, we will see that. See this, all these are the file properties. This is not applicable for user stage and table stages. This is only for named stage. Clear? Now, sorry, we created a stage that is a named stage. If you wanted to load a data to the table by using a named stage, we need to keep the file in a named stage. Once you keep the file in named stage, you can use it for n number of tables, n number of users can able to utilize it. There is no restriction. All the users in the project, let's assume we are all working in one project. Every person is a user. You will have a username and then password. Whatever the file I am going to keep in a stage area, named stage, everyone can able to use it, right? Commonly, you can use it. There is no restriction. And at the same time, when you are loading the files into the named stage, you can load it from on premises, nothing but our local files. At the same time, you can load the file to this stage from the cloud platform also. When we are working with a cloud platform, we will see that how to do that. But now here, we will see how to load the file into this particular name stage by using the same thing, by using a put command, right? Before that, we will create a table for this. We are creating a table. This is a table name with this column names and data types. Now, instead of user stage and table stages, we are using named stage here. Now, if you wanted to load the data into this particular table which it is created here, for this particular table, we wanted to load the data into this stage area. To do that, what we are going to do? We will use a put command, right? So let's modify the put command according to this requirement. So let me copy this put command. So here, what is the stage name? At the rate stage name. This is the stage, right? We need to load that file into this particular stage from the particular path. Now, when you are processing, we can process one file. Anyway, the file is available in this particular location. We can pick the file and then we will load it into named stage, right? Now, observe this. Where we need to run this put command? In CLI. Connected to command prompt, right? SQL space -a space account details. Account details are, let's copy it from here. From here to here is the account details. Right click. Now what we are going to do, it will ask the username and then password. Username is Snowflake 8 and then password I have given. Then it will ask us the put command. So we need to implement a put command here. Let's copy this put command, copy, right click. Now we are going to what happened? Okay, it is not connected. Let me connect. it's not connected properly. Spelling mistake in the username. Sorry, just a minute, guys. Now it's connected. Use database, database name. Now what we need to do? We need to execute the put command, right? Okay, let me copy that previous one. This is the put command. This is the command. Now execute this. Now the file, it is uploaded into the stage area. Now this is a named stage list at the rate stage name. We can able to see the file here. The file is available. Now, so we are going to implement a copy command, right? As usual. But why we are going to the named stage? Because here, when you are implementing this, there is no restriction, right? Now observe this. We are copying the data into the table from, this is a stage name, we are executing this. Now it will be loaded the data to the table, right? It has loaded. Now the same file still it is available in the stage, right? Still the file is available in the stage. What we need to do is we need to load the file, same file, into the other table from the same stage area. Same named stage I wanted to utilize. Let's say, let me create a new table. See this, we are going to create new table, and let's create a new table here. New table is created. Observe this. Same thing, when you try to implement it in table stage, it has thrown an error. Now what we will do is same copy command. Here I will load it into new table. This is a new table. Now once the file is loaded, still the file is available in the same named stage. From the same stage, we are trying to load the file into another table. See this. Stage name is same here in the both the executions, but table name is different. This table name is different. This table name is different. When you try to implement the same thing in the table stage, what happened? It didn't allow it because table level restriction. But here observe this. We are using named stage file. We are trying to load the file into different table. If you try to implement it, observe what happened. It is loaded, right? It is loaded. Now, if I want to process all the files here, then we will modify this. Instead of star, we will give, and then we will load all the files into the stage area. And when you try to implement this, how many files it is available in the stage? Already file 1 is available. If I try to execute this, remaining files, file 2, file 3 will be there, right? Those will be uploaded. The file which it is available, it will not be uploaded. See this? This one is skipped, remaining 2 uploaded, right? Remaining 2 are uploaded, but this is skipped. Is it clear? Right? Now if you see the stage here, named stage, we can see all the files. See this? We can see all the files. All the 3 files is available. Now, if I wanted to load one more time, if I execute the same command, what will happen now? File which you have processed, that file will not be picked. Remaining two files will be processed, right? See this. Only the difference is in the previous session and this session we are using named stage. See this, it is loaded. Remaining two is loaded. Now here observe this one thing. If you see the data, recent interviews they are asking this question. If I see the data here, this is your data available in the table. This particular data, whatever the data you are seeing here, you received this data with from three files, right? We received this data from three different files, right? Now, for example, when I am searching the data here, I can see three rows here. Our requirement is this row came from different files, right? File 1, file 2, file 3. We wanted to know what is the file name and what is the row number of that particular file. When you are processing this data, we need to understand that how to get that information. See this, it means we can see this data from the three different files. Once the data is loaded to the table, after that we need to know this row came from which particular file and what is the row number in that particular file. It means, for example, observe this. This is a file, right? If I open a file, this is a file name. Employee2 is the file name. And this one, this is a row 4. This is row 1, 2, 3. This is row 4. This is row number 4. File name is employee2. This information we required in the table. How to get that information? If you want that information, yes, that is possible with the help of metadata columns. Now let's observe. What we are going to do is we will create two additional columns. Two additional columns. Now let's observe. For example, we are going to create a new table. Sorry. See this? We are creating a new table with metadata. And we have two additional columns. One is file name, another one is file row number, right? File name and file row number. These are the two additional columns what we are having here. Now let's create a table along with the employee table columns, ID, name, salary, age, location. Along with that, we created new additional columns to load file name and file row number. Now we wanted to load the data into the table. Which files we need to process? Already the files which it is available in the stage, right? Same files I wanted to process into the same table. If I execute a copy command, what will happen? See this, copy into this new table. I will take the new table, this table. Sorry, this is the table name, right? With additional columns from the same stage area. If I try to execute, previously when we have less number of columns in a table, more number of columns in a file, what it has done? It has thrown an error, right? But here, how many columns there in a file? 5 columns, right? We have five columns. But how many columns in a table now? 7. What it will do? Again, it will throw error, right? See this. Always when you are running a copy command, in the backend, it will internally validate the column names and their data types. What it is telling now, see this, number of columns in a file, 5. It is not matching with the corresponding table. See this one. This is the error. It means columns are mismatching, right? So it is not allowing to load the data. In that case, what we can do is, they are telling on error, continue option and all those things. We will see that in the coming session. But now, at this moment, what are the additional columns we have here? File name, file row number. These additional columns, what we need to do is, we need to specify those column names in when you are picking the stage area. Say this, it will be like this. What we will do is, here metadata, file name and file row number. These are the things. Here we will give select metadata file name. It means it will consider what is a file name when you are when the Snowflake is processing, and then it will consider metadata file row number. Along with that, what are the additional columns? We required remaining columns also, right? So from the file, you need to pick first row and second column and third column and fourth column and fifth column from stage name, right? These are the things what we required. So what additionally we are doing here, in a stage, instead of giving the directly stage, we are specifying those metadata column names, metadata file name, metadata dollar file row number, and we are specifying $1, $2, $3, 4 and 5 from the stage name. Now let's try to execute this. See this. Now what happened now? All the files has been loaded to this particular stage area. Now let's check the data in the table now, how it looks like. It will have the data along with file name and file row numbers. See this, each and every file name, which file it is processed. When it is loading the data to the table, it will pick file name and then it will pick row number from that file. Now if you search, for example, now observe this, what you can able to see, this row came from file 2, row number in the file is 4. This one came from file 3, row number is 4. This one came from file 1, right? We can clearly understand what exactly is happening, right? From how many files we are processing, from which file which row came from, we can understand this. Clear? Now what we are doing here, with the help of different stages, like we are using named stage, we are using table stage, we are using user stage. With the help of that, we are loading the file from, we are loading the file to the stage first. From the stage, we are loading the data to the table. Here in this process, we are using put command to upload the data, right? To upload the data to the table. To upload the data to the table, we are using put command. Now, let's say we wanted to download a data. For example, see this here. Let me show you. Select star from EMP. The table is available here, right? Here. Let's execute this. We can see the data, right? The data which it is available here, we can able to see it here. The data is available. Now here, when you click on this download button here, you will get this data will be downloaded in the different file format. This is one of your certification question. What all the formats Snowflake will support when you are downloading the data from a Snowflake table to local file? When you are downloading, what all the file formats Snowflake will support? It will support two formats. One is comma separated, another one is tab separated. See this. You can download it in the form of CSV, or you can download it in the form of tab separated value. If I click on this, it will be downloaded in the form of tab separated. See this. In between column to column, tab is a separator. This is tab separated value, right? Tab separated. And if I click on download and then if I click on CSV, it will be downloaded in the form of CSV file format. It's a text file. If you want the CSV in the form of Excel, then you can click on this one. Then it will be in the form of Excel file. Now, what are the file format it is support? CSV and then TSV. Now we can download directly here, right? But if your size is huge, as we discussed, if your file size is greater than 200 MB, it will not allow using load table option, right? Same way here also, if your data size, what is available in the table, if you are trying to download more volume of the data, this load, this download option is not going to work. Then how to download it? If you wanted to download, then we have to use get command implementation. Now the data is available in the table. This table data we wanted to download in the form of file. Here also you cannot download directly. What it will do is in the back end, first you need to keep the table data into the stage area. Once you get the data to the stage from the table, then only you can load this stage data to the file. In this process, you are going to use get command. We will call this unloading the data or unload the data. Sorry guys. When you are downloading the data or unloading the data, we can use get command. When you are using get command also, it will not be supported in user interface. We will see that. Now what we need to do first, whatever the data is available in the table, we need to keep it in the stage area first. Then we can, from the stage, it will load the data to the file, right? So you can not loading, you can unload the data to the file. Now observe this. This is the table, right? This table will have a table stage, right? By default, when the table is available, this will have a table stage area. So observe this list @ table name. What we can see this, it's available, right? Stage is there. Now whatever the data is available in this table, we are going to unload into this particular stage area. From this stage, we will keep into our local path. For that, see this. To upload the data into the table, what you have done, copy into table from stage name, right? Now here what we need to do, copy into stage. We need to keep the data from the table to the stage, reverse process, right? We need to keep the data from table to stage area. Whatever the data is already available in the table, we wanted to keep that into stage. For that, copy into table from stage we have to use. Now observe this here. See this one. Copy into table. Sorry. Copy into stage. What is the stage name here? This is the stage name. Copy into stage. From where? From table. Right? See this. If I do this now, do you have anything in the stage area here? See this one. Do you have anything in the stage? Any file in the stage? No, right? Now see this. We are loading the data from table to stage area, reverse process. Now observe this. What will happen now? The data from the table, it is unloaded to the stage area. See this one. Rows unloaded. Rows unloaded. Now check it. See this. The file, zip file format, it has unloaded, and then you can able to see the date format. Now the file is available. Now what we required, the file, whatever the file it is available in the stage, we wanted to keep it into the local system. For that, what you need to do, we have to use a get command. We need to use get command. Now let's modify this get command. Observe this get. This is the stage. This is the stage. Now where the file is available, in this particular stage. From this particular stage, it has to get, and then it has to upload into the specific path. Let me copy the path. In this path, we need to keep it that particular file. So modify that here. This is the path where I need to get the file, where I need to unload the file. See this. It will pick the file from here, and then it will load it into this particular stage. It will get the file from here in this particular stage, from this stage, and then it is going to keep the file into this particular one path. This is get command. Put is to upload, get is to unloading, right? Now whatever the stage file is there here, this one will be unloaded into this particular path. Now if you observe here in this particular path, do you have any file? No, right? It's empty now. Now observe this. Now before running the get command, what we discussed previously, put and get both will not work in user interface. Now if I try to execute it, what will happen? Just observe. See this. Command is not supported. Unsupported future, right? Then how to execute this get command? We need to do this in command line interface here, right? Let me copy the command properly one more time. Copy, come here, right click, get the file from this particular stage, and then unload into this particular path, right? Now just enter, hit button, enter. See this, what it is telling? Unloaded. It is unloaded, right? See this, it is telling that downloaded. When you are uploading using the put command, it is telling that uploaded. Now observe whether it is downloaded or not. See this one, observe the date, right? It is downloaded. So what we have done here, sorry, one second. In this process, we have created, in this particular session, we created named stage, right? When you create a name stage, this particular name stage, there is no restriction. We can use it for user. Any user can be used, any table can be used. And at the same time, named stage will have file properties. See this? If you observe, describe stage and then stage name, observe this. These are the different file properties. Some of the properties which we are using. One is skip header, right? And then you can able to see different options. We will see that in the coming session. Some of the properties. See this on error. If error comes, what will happen? What we need to do? And then purge implementation, right? So here, these all the file properties. These are the default values, and then we can change the default values also. Okay, we will see that. So how to work with that. And this properties, it is available only for named stage. This is not available for user stage and table stage. Only when you are using named stage, we can use some other additional different file properties implementation. And so when we are working with a named stage, we created named stage, and then we have loaded the data, and we saw that same file from the same stage, we can load it to the another table. If you want to understand the metadata, file name, file row numbers, which file it is, what is the row number, when you are processing multiple files, we can use this option. And then at the same time, if you wanted to unload the data, we have this unload option here, download option. By using this, so it will support two file formats, CSV and TSV. If the file size is huge, then you cannot use this. You have to use get command. To implement that, first we need to keep the file, the data into the stage area. For that, what you will do, copy into stage from the table, right? We will use it from the table. After that, we can use get command, right? These are the things what we have done today. I'm sorry guys, we will stop it here. In the coming session, we are going to see how to work with a different validations implementations. So after that, we will jump into the actual topic in the Snowflake. We will see how to, if the file is having any issues. For example, we are processing the file, right? If the any in these three files, any one file is having issue, how to skip that specific file, remaining file, how to load it. When in that only one file, how to load only valid rows, how to ignore invalid rows, right? And then how to use different options, how to use a purge, on error, truncate option, force command implementation. All these things also we will see in the coming session. Okay. We'll come to the questions here. Yeah, just a minute. You can see some of the questions. Yes, table stage will be created when you create a table. User stage also created when you create any user. If the user is available, user we are going to create it. So when the user is created, user stage will be created. Need to create first time, or will have the created by default when the created. Yeah, whenever we created a user, by default user stage will be created. For example, if you see the option here, we have an option here to create a user also. See this user and roles here, right? If you click on the user, this test user we created, right? The same way, within one account, admins can able to create n number of users. Let's assume everyone, so we are all one users. We can create multiple users, and everyone can use the same Snowflake account in the same project. So every user, when it is created here, the user stage will be created. Same way, when the table is created, table stage will be created. Yeah, out of three files we load. Can we delete selective data came from the one particular file? Yes, that is possible. We can able to do that. So to delete the specific files, yes, we can do that. So for that we can use rm, remove command option, and then file name. We can able to delete that. And then selective data also, if you have the specific file names, then definitely we can, based on the file name, we can able to delete the specific selected data from the table also. Yes, that is possible, Sunil. Any other questions?
Sir, when we are creating a table in the Snowflake UI, so
Mhm.
is it supporting only upper cases only? Or?
No, it is not case sensitive here. You can give anything. Okay. See this here. This is uppercase. This is small, right?
Yeah, so
It
when
doesn't
you
matter.
created the table, the name is reflected as a capital letter in the left side
Yeah, by
in the table.
default, it will be reflected as a capital letter only. But when
Okay,
you are writing it, it is not case sensitive. You can write it anyway.
okay.
Okay. But only the thing is, when you are working with the file formats like semi-structured files, right?
Mm-hmm.
And semi-structured file format is the file, like column names are case sensitive. In that case, when you are dealing with semi-structure, that we will see that. Okay.
Okay,
But here it is not case sensitive.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
It
Yeah,
will allow anything.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Sorry. Yes, exactly. So here, when we create a Snowflake, by default, it has given this databases. When you see that Snowflake database, Snowflake sample data, these are the predefined databases Snowflake has given for our practice purpose. So this database, we have created it. Now, if you want to create another database also, just go to the data and we can create a database like this. We can create the database based on the our requirement. Yes, exactly. Good observation. So here, let me explain. Here you can able to see this icon, right? This icon, when it comes to this is related to shared database. The Snowflake has shared this particular database for our practice purpose. On this shared database, you will have only read permission, guys. You won't have any edit permission. And this database, which we have created here on this particular database, we have all the read and write permissions. And this one, right, this is also shared database, but here you can able to see this symbol, right? This is related to account level permissions, account usage permissions. You can able to see that. Now going forward we will see. So we will have account usage tables will be there. That is tables where we will have kind of all the metadata information will be available related to the complete the account. Those details will be available in Snowflake. Okay, that's why you can able to see the difference here. Sorry, yes. Yeah. Any other question?
Sir, can we get this video recording right after this class?
Yes, yes. It will be uploaded into the drive. I will give you the drive link, guys.
Okay,
You can check it here. This is the drive link. I will paste it here in the chat window.
okay,
Please go through the drive link. If you are not having, if anyone is not having access, please reach out the organizer. They will provide the access to you.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, guys. Thanks for your time. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.